Hey, Wine Dude here. Welcome. I'm here with winemaker Aaron Walker from Pali Wine Company. Dude, what a place to work.
Right?
Oh my God. Where are we?
We're out at our Pali Estate Vineyard, which is located in the Santa Rita Hills. So we're in Santa Barbara County, western edge of the Santa Ynez Valley.
Nice, nice. So you do all the winemaking over there at Pali, correct?
That's right, yeah.
And for Tower 15?
And Tower 15, thank you. Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Nice. So how exactly did you get into this?
It started out with just a passion and love for wine, working in restaurants. I waited tables in fine dining restaurants while in college in San Diego. Studied at San Diego State to become a teacher. Decided I had no interest in being a teacher after waiting tables for a few years and unfortunately making probably better money than what teachers make, but that's what sparked the interest in wine. I worked a harvest here in 2006 as an intern, making peanuts, but doing it for the experience, and one thing led to another, and I've been with Pali for the last 12 years now.
Wait, you're making peanuts?
I was. Now I'm making Pinot.
Oh, nice. Is that what's in
From
here?
peanuts to Pinot. Pinot Noir, yes. So Pali Estate Vineyard Pinot Noir, right off this property right here.
She made this wine.
I made this one.
Good job.
Thank you so much. This and many others.
So where exactly do we make the wine out here?
So we don't make the wine here. The wine is grown here as grapes. Once the grapes are harvested, then we bring them to our winery, which is about 15 minutes west of here in the city of Lompoc. And that's where all the wines are made for Pali and Tower 15.
Oh.
You want to go check it out?
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
We should. So let's go there. I can show you around the winery and we can taste some of the wines there and show you a little bit more about Pali.
All right. I'm going to finish this first.
I think you should. Bottoms up. Wine
Well, we're here. Pali Wine Company. This is our
production facility where all the wine is actually made, produced, everything once it's harvested. Once we bring the grapes in off the vineyard, then it all comes here. All the wines are fermented here, aged here, and bottled right here at this 10,000 square foot building in Lompoc.
Wow. That's cool. That was the official description.
Right.
For me personally, it's a place to drink, as you can see. So I am going to sit here and view these beautiful wines. And now I have wine in my glass. So
Just like that.
Just like that. This place is like magic.
I know, isn't it? This is where all the magic happens, as
All
we like
right.
to say. So cheers. This is a brand new wine for us. We just bottled it last month, and it's a new wine for us altogether. It's Rosé of Pinot Noir that we're going to start selling out even a little bit in distribution. But it's a very dry style Rosé Pinot Noir, 2018. So very young, fresh.
Yeah, very floral. I like it.
Right, exactly, yeah. So it's...
All right, let's give it a try. That's
perfect.
Really good.
Yeah, summertime, warm weather, easy drinking, about $20 a bottle. So it's one of our entry-level, value priced. Only 600 cases made, so not a big production wine.
And it's pink.
And it's pink.
How come?
Well,
How did it
it's
get pink?
rosé. Well, it's the skins of the grapes that make it pink, but only a limited skin contact. So we crush the grapes up and just let them sit for a couple hours to extract some color from the skins, and then we separate the skins from the juice and ferment that pink juice into a rosé.
Okay, so you don't put the grape skins in later, you put them in just right off the bat.
Right, so we'll harvest the grapes and then throw them all into our press, which is the machine that squeezes the grapes and separates the juice from the solids. And so we'll throw them in the press them, squeeze them a little bit to release the juice, let that sit for an hour or two. That's where the color starts extracting.
Gotcha.
If you just squeeze the grapes and let the juice run free, the juice comes out clear. You actually get white wine out of red grapes if you don't let the skin stay in contact. And so that's how we're making our rosé, is that limited skin contact.
Nice.
Thanks.
And it works too.
It does, yeah. So
It's good. All right, cool.
Yeah, nice, fun, easy drinking rosé of Pinot Noir. So we purchased most of these grapes from a vineyard up in Paso Robles, and then we have a vineyard of our own, which we got a chance to see already today, and that's where a lot of our Pinot Noir and Chardonnays are coming from, for the things like Huntington, which actually, you want to try a little bit of our Chardonnay here first?
Sure.
So this is grown at our vineyard. This is an estate Chardonnay, so the Santa Rita Hills property. We've only got about 6 acres of Chardonnay planted. The rest of it out there is Pinot Noir. So we're not focusing heavily on Chardonnay, but we do bottle a couple hundred cases a year.
And this is from your own vineyard.
Right, so this is an estate bottled, estate grown Chardonnay from our Pali estate vineyard.
Yeah.
The Chardonnay's barrel fermented using about 50% new French oak, so it's got a little toastiness to it, but it's not super buttery. We really like high acid and mineral driven Chardonnays and not the big rich buttery oaky style. So the oak is in there just adds a little bit of toastiness, but without overdoing it on that.
Yeah, you don't smell a lot of oak in there.
Right, and that's the point. What most people think of as that typical California Chardonnay, which is real rich and buttery and oaky, that's not the style we're going for with our Chardonnays. We like more, like I said, acid and mineral focused.
So how long in the barrel?
So a year and a half, 18 months. So this is a 2016 that we're tasting. We'll be bottling the 2017s next month.
Okay.
So yeah, so they get a full 18, sometimes up to 20 months in barrel.
Okay. And how long do they sit in the bottle?
Usually about 4 to 6 months before we release these wines. These are, single vineyard wines. Get that longer aging time. And then we have a line of Chardonnays, one Chardonnay and some Pinot Noirs that shorter barrel aging time, and they also retail for about half the price too. So
I like the finish.
thank you. Yeah, that's that Santa Rita Hills,
Great.
that acid, that just really focused acid and mineral finish, a little salinity, gets a little bit of that salty ocean air flavor in there.
But it lasts a while.
Right,
Which is great.
That's what you want, that concentration of flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't get huge crops out of these vineyards here, and what we do get are very concentrated flavors and really, nice long finishes, big mouthfeel.
Will the recent rain help that at all?
It can't hurt. It's got to help for sure. The
Need
rain,
a few years for that.
all that rain helps really flush the soils out and makes the vines happier. And so yeah, we're off to a great start this year with the growing season because of all the rains. The vines actually stayed dormant longer than they have in recent years, which is a good thing. So we saw bud break occur a little bit later than we have in recent years, and that's good. That's a good thing. We want the vines to stay dormant and happy, and the stage we're at this time of the year now.
Right.
We're beyond bud break now. We've got strong shoot growth as we saw out at the vineyard. This is Huntington is one of our most popular, one of our best-selling wines that we produce. Pali Wine Company is really focused only on Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, and Huntington is our Santa Barbara County Pinot Noir that will produce about 8,000 cases annually, and so this makes it out into distribution. As I mentioned to you earlier, we have Costco, not all the stores, but you can find this one wine in Costco and a lot of the stores in California, and then even outside of California these days too.
Hear that, folks? You get this stuff. Huntington, is it Pinot? Yeah,
it's Pinot
Huntington
Noir.
2017 Pinot in Costco. There you go.
This is one of two wines that has made it onto Wine Spectator's top 100 wines of the year. So this was on that list a couple years ago, and that only helped propel the sales of these wines.
Cheers
So,
to that.
Yeah, that was a huge feather in our cap. So we were very proud of that. But great value. I mean, for a $25 Pinot, it over delivers. It's tons of flavor, and a lot of these, most of the grapes that go into this wine are coming off our property, the same property we were at. Then in terms of barrel aging, like I mentioned earlier, this is only going to be about 10 months in the barrel, and then it gets bottled usually right before the next harvest starts.
That's really good. It's not a strong Pinot flavor. Some of them get a lot stronger than others.
Sure. Yeah.
This is nice.
Thanks.
It's good drinking wine.
And that's what it's meant for. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be easy drinking, fruit forward, and like you're saying, it's not that. What some Pinot Noirs can be a little more earthy and a little bit rougher, and so this is a good Pinot Noir for people that aren't into the real funky Pinot Noirs, ones that want more of the fruity.
Go good with a pork chop.
Absolutely, yeah, I think so. Anything on the barbecue too. I like it with roasted meats. Pork chop, pork loin, duck, lamb, those types of dishes. Yeah.
Yum.
Oh, what else? Oh, and then here's one of our big boys. So we do a few different single vineyard Pinots each year, and these are done in much smaller quantities. This is only about 200 cases. This particular one comes from our estate vineyard, again, the same property. This is our 2016 estate Pinot Noir. So this is a blend of 4 different clones, all grown at our property there. And we go through and barrel select out of all these mini barrels that we have. We'll go through and pick out our, the best blend that we can come up with to create the estate bottling, which will retail for, that's one of our more high dollar wines at $69 a bottle. And then the barrels that don't make the cut into this bottling will get what we call declassified, and those will end up in something like this in Huntington, and so that's what makes this such a great value too.
Right.
But you're getting some of these.
The higher end grapes and the lower end wine.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
no,
yeah.
lower end, but
No, exactly. But
mid-grade.
right, yeah. It's all high grade. It's just
Of course, that's what I meant.
we can't sell all of it at $70 a bottle, unfortunately. So,
Right.
yeah, so we have to have diversity, and the entry level pricing helps for sure.
But of course, price does not always drive, the quality of the wine. So keep that in mind, you guys.
No, that's exactly it. And we've always been focused on over delivering for the price with our wines, even in our early days, going back to 2005. That's always been a big goal of ours, coming from the top, from the owner who I work directly for. And
Right.
he's always wanted to over deliver and to, especially with these wines that are more value priced. When people tasting, wow, that's what we want to see. And it's,
Exactly. And I've tried to explain to people that, the price does not always drive the quality of the wine. I mean, you might be buying, an older bottle. It's still good, but it's much less money. Doesn't make it any less valuable.
Right.
Doesn't taste any different. Well, of course, wines change during, different periods of time. But so anyway.
So this is even another step up, as far as intensity of fruit and concentration of flavors. And there's more new oak used in the making of these wines. But
Right.
you can definitely tell a difference, from one to the next, or at least I hope you can. I can. But just richer mouthfeel and longer finish.
Well, the Huntington is a lighter
Right.
wine compared. This is more full bodied, so it's $70.
Exactly. And it's a difference of the crop load too, and so in the blocks where we source these grapes from, we're getting maybe 2 tons to the acre, and then we have other blocks in the vineyard where we're getting up to 4, maybe even 5 tons to the acre. And so when your crop's heavier, the wine's not going to be quite as concentrated. And
Right.
but to make the price work, we have to crop it at a higher level.
Yeah,
To get it in a bottle at $25.
and it seems a little jammier.
Right, yeah, it is. We're big fans and supporters of this area, and that's obviously why we planted our 50 acres out in the Santa Rita Hills. But it's always got great fruit and a really nice spice, which is what it's showing through too. So it's like cooking spices, baking spices, even like black tea, Asian spices. It's all about the spices.
It's all about the spices.
So
Here, let's use this one.
this is do not touch wine.
Oh, excuse me.
I just use it for a club to beat people. We try and
Remember that you're on camera, okay?
it's that evidence thing, right? Yeah. So we are focused on Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, as I said, but we like to drink things other than Pinot and Chard, so that's why we've got our other line of our other brand, Tower 15 Wines, which was started in about 2010. Producing wines from vineyards all up and down the Central Coast, so Paso Robles down to this area, Santa Barbara County. Focusing more on the warmer climate varieties such as Syrah, Cabernet, Merlot, things like that. But we do a lot of rosés, a lot of different white wines. Rhone, we do a blend, a white Rhone blend. We do a red Rhone blend, a red Bordeaux blend. Play around with a lot of different things. We do Riesling, Chenin Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, all under the Tower 15 label. And it's much smaller production wines as a whole, and a little more eclectic too. It gives me a chance to play around with different blends. And
Right, so it's not just Pinot and Chardonnay.
Right.
This is your sister label,
Correct.
Tower 15, and you're able to try different types of varietals and different kinds of blendings and so forth.
exactly. Yeah. And the owner gives me a
to
lot
get
of
the-
freedom to play around with those blends and to source
Right.
different grapes each year.
And hit another market.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a lot of these wines are what go into our wine on tap program at our tasting rooms, where we have 8 wines on tap at all of our locations.
Ah, wine on tap. I saw that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little
We've
bit
got
more about that.
These fun bottles that we sell it's very very similar to what breweries do, where you've got multiple taps, and for us the wines rather than beers on tap rotate and change, so it's not static. We're not selling the same wine all the time. We sell the refillable bottles, which our customers, especially our regular customers that live local to our tasting rooms, they are big fans of this program, and it's a great value too. The wine that you get, and what we're putting on tap is different than what we offer in bottle. So for the most part, they're all unique blends that you won't find in our bottled wines. But because they're blends, a lot of them are being pulled from these wines of the Tower 15 line of wines, and where I'm creating those wines on tap.
So wait a second. You mean you're taking the beer drinker's approach to wine?
I am a beer
on
drinker,
tap?
so-
You are a beer drinker.
Absolutely.
Ah,
You know, they
yes.
say it takes a lot of beer to make good wine.
You
right?
know what? I've heard that many
I thought
times.
maybe you had. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
In fact, I might have a keg or two somewhere around here of beer, but
We're not talking about beer right now.
but yes, going back to it was very much a beer drinker's approach to when we opened the tasting rooms, was that we wanted to have that fun atmosphere and take a lot of the seriousness out of the wine drinking without taking the seriousness out of the wine itself. And it was and having wine on tap was not an original idea. We did steal it from there's 2 other producers in the area that were doing it before us. So we're not the first ones to do it, but we know a good idea when we see one. So we took it and ran with it, and it's taken off. The amount of wine that we sell in kegs just keeps increasing month to month and year to year as those programs catch on more and more with our customers.
So do you actually put it in kegs, or are there barrels back there?
Right. No, we put it into 5-gallon kegs, so similar to what the breweries use. Those those micro kegs, those 5 gallons. And no, we fill it all right here, and a lot of times most of the wines get filled directly out of a barrel. We'll just stick a hose in the barrel and fill it right into the kegs. And so it all gets filled by hand here, and those blends are 1 or 2 barrel blends most of the time. And so they're once they're gone, they're gone. So we keep rotating, like I was saying, those blends or the wines that we put on tap. We'll only have 1 barrel will only give us 10 kegs, and we have 5 tasting rooms to supply. So the wine goes fast, and once it's gone, it's gone. And sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. It depends on which side of the bar you're on. I think.
Yeah. So folks, you go to the Funk Zone. You go into Pali Wine Company's wine tasting room, and you grab one of these bottles. What does it cost to fill?
You buy the bottle filled for about $25,
Okay.
and then you bring it back to refill it. It's I believe $19 or $20
Each
in
time.
that bulk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you refill your own wine right out of the tap, right there in the Funk Zone.
Well, they can't touch the taps. We'll fill it for them.
Oh, really?
Not fill it yourself, kind of.
I can't just go up and grab my own?
Well, maybe for you.
Uh-oh. You know what we could use? We could use a flex tube. Right?
I think we should. We're gonna have to try that out.
I could just sit in the corner. I don't have to bother anybody.
Just hook it up. You need a camelback, maybe,
Right.
filled with wine, that kind of thing.
Okay, so this is...
So moving into the Tower 15 line, this is called Sunset, and it's our Rhone Rosé. It's a blend of Grenache and Mourvedre with a little touch of Syrah.
Okay.
But made in the same way that we made the Rosé Pinot Noir with that limited skin contact.
So it's like a GSM light,
It is, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, GSM
Cheers.
pink, yeah.
and this stuff you can get in the tap.
This we do have this on tap in limited quantities, but we bottled a couple hundred cases of it as well.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is one of the few wines that we actually serve both ways, but on tap it's very limited. We only reserve about 100 gallons when we bottle the rest. But,
Okay.
but I do know, like right now at the moment they are serving one of these 2 wines at our tasting room, but it won't be there indefinitely.
For that long, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good, nice and light.
So very dry, light, nice bright acidity. Oh, I grabbed an old bottle. Okay, this is cool anyways. So this is not a current release. I just realized it's 2013, but the Jetty is one of our more popular blends under the Tower 15 label. And this is our Rhone blend, same as the Rosé, but a little different blend of grapes. It's Syrah, Grenache, and in 2013, just Mourvedre. So we've been using, in more recent years, Cinsault and Carignan in the blend as well.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, but this
I
was
heard
back
that.
before we started getting those grapes. So this is a true GSM 2000. Like I said, this is a 13, not a current release. So we're
That's
dipping
okay.
into the library a little bit. So cheers.
Darn.
And for this label, this project, Tower 15, we source grapes from not just locally San Ynez, but also up in Paso Robles, and then we'll blend together. So this is a blend of a couple different vineyards of those 3 different grapes.
I like this one. I really do.
Thank you. That's a very popular wine.
It is. And I hate to say this because I've told people you can't say this, but it tastes very grapey. I taste the actual grape in this one.
How dare you say it tastes like grapes? It's made from grapes, but you can't say that.
I like it. It's good.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, I do too. I'm a big fan of Rhone wines in general.
It's a very round flavor, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, and the benefit of a few years of bottle aging too probably helps.
Yeah, yeah.
But thank you. Yeah, and then just to finish it up here real quickly, and we're really just scratching the surface here too. By the way, this is just a very small collection of all the wines that we do make. I think I mentioned to you earlier, we produce over 40 different bottles, SKUs, if you will, every year, and that's both brands combined. And most of those are done in 1 and 200 case quantities, so they're not a lot of big production wines. But
Right.
when you add them all together, it turns out to be over 40 different wines each year.
So it's 40 different wines, but you're a boutique winery, so you're keeping it down. So again, folks, you gotta go to Pali Winery in the, I'm sorry, not Pali Winery, Pali Wine Company.
Thank you.
In the Funk Zone. Which reminds me, talk to me real quick about the Funk Zone.
Yeah.
This is what we've been talking about this whole time.
Right.
But where is the Funk Zone? What does it do? How long have you been there?
Yeah, so we were early in that neighborhood. Back in 2012 is when we opened our tasting room there, in July of 2012. And we saw what was about to happen there. We saw a lot of the development going on, and it just happened to be at the same time we were talking about opening our first tasting room, and we decided we wanted to look in Santa Barbara, and so we started looking around, and we saw this transition that was just starting. It was just so we were a little early on the edge of that transitional period in the Funk Zone, and so we got in there, got our foot in the door early, and saw the potential there, and 6 years later, it's still developing and changing rapidly, and we've only seen our customer base just increase over those 6 years. We've done it's been a great location for us, just as far as exposing our wines, not ourselves, but our wines to other people, to people, especially tourists that come into the area.
And thank you for that. Yeah.
For not exposing myself. That's what I do at the vineyard late at night.
That's okay. We'll cut that. Don't worry.
But yeah, we like the concentration of the all the taste rooms in a small area in the Funk Zone was appealing to us, because you get a mix of those out of town visitors, the tourists, and then you also have proximity to this. You're in a city, and so you have a lot of locals that live close by that use the taste room as a regular place to come buy wine or drink wine or bring their friends, and so it's done very well. We get that mix, that mix of customers that helps support the business and keep the doors open year round. And so we're open there 7 days a week. People use it more like a wine bar than a tasting room, but it has whatever you want out of it. And
I'll tell you the truth, I really like that place.
Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you
the
very
Funk
much.
Zone is often fun, and you're one of the few really standout wineries as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you.
I like your guys' wine a lot, and I think that the Funk Zone is a great place, and it's going to get even bigger, especially
Right.
after they see this show.
Obviously, I don't know if we'll be able to keep up with the business after this.
That's right. That's right.
But it's
Because this is going worldwide, just so you
right?
know.
On that World Wide Web or something I've been hearing about.
Yeah, World Wide Web. Exactly.
Yeah, that new thing that
Yeah.
people have been talking about.
So I'm going to bring people there.
Great.
They can come do a wine tour with me, and I'm going to take them to Pali Wine Company over in the Funk Zone. What is this? What are we drinking again?
So we new design. We're redesigning some of the wines under the Tower 15 brand, but this is called Swell, and it's our Bordeaux blend. We've been producing it for many years now, and it's a blend of Cab Sauv, Merlot, Petit Verdot, and Cabernet Franc. And again, couple different vineyards go into this bottling. So it's a Central Coast wine because it's Paso Robles and San Ynez Valley vineyards combined.
Yeah, you can always tell with Petit Verdot.
I know. I
A
love
little bit of dryness to it.
Yeah,
good
we
stuff.
bottle usually 4 or 6 barrels a year of 100% Petit Verdot, and that's one of the many wines that we will bottle in smaller quantities. And when Petit Verdot is good on its own, it can be really good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times it's a little rough by itself, so we don't bottle it every year. It's only in certain years when it actually.
You can
is-
always pick it out. It's
Yeah,
it's
I know
great.
you can taste it.
Yeah, it's great stuff. I love it.
You'll always find Petit Verdot in our Bordeaux blend because I just love it as a blending grape, especially with Cab Sauv. But yeah, a little can go a long way.
Okay, so again, folks, this is Aaron Walker, winemaker and part owner
Yeah.
of Pali Wine Company. And I just want to, thank you. We'll see you down at the Funk Zone.
Yeah. look forward
And
to it. Cheers.
making
Thank you
good
for coming
wine,
by.
brother.
Appreciate the support too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll make it. You guys drink it.
No problem.
We'll keep making more. Good stuff.
Hey, we're here at Pali Wine Company tasting room in the Funk Zone. Haha, once again, this is Adam Feller, the manager of Pali Wine Company.
That's correct. Hello.
So we're here because I heard all about these taps, like beer, but wine. Can you believe it? So tell me.
So, like you said, we do wines on tap, just like a brewery has their beer on tap. But they also have beer in bottle and in cans. Well, we have our wine in bottles, but we also have it on tap. So at this tasting room, we have 8 different wines on tap. We have typically 4 things that are cold, usually a rosé, 3 different whites, and then 4 reds. Many of our wines that we have on tap are only available on tap. So, and they're only available for a limited time. So we'll do fun blends or fun single varietals. So we do glass prices, so if you come in, you can get a glass. But another cool thing about it is, just like at a brewery, you can get a growler to go. This is what we call a wine growler. So that is exactly 750 milliliters, the same size as a bottle of wine.
And it says Funk Zone on it.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Cool. So I get to taste this stuff?
Yes, sir. Let me give you some glasses, and then let's get started. Oh, hey, whoa, wine dude, no, we don't do that.
No?
We have glasses for this.
Oh,
okay?
right, glasses. Right, wine tasting, yeah. Oh, okay, sorry.
No worries. You ready to do this?
I am.
All right. Let's start off with our white blend number 3. So this one, 80% Chardonnay from our estate vineyard and 20% Sauvignon Blanc from Lake County.
Nice and crisp. Oh yeah, that's good. So it's, tell me again, Chardonnay?
Yes, 80% Chardonnay, and that's from our estate vineyard in the Santa Rita Hills. 20% of a Sauvignon Blanc from Lake County,
Okay.
just north of Napa.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Down the hatch, love it.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next here? So let me give you what we call our PCH Rosé. So this is one of the ones that we do bottle. Most of them we don't, as far as tap wines, but this one we do bottle. So this is a rosé of Pinot Noir, also known as the PCH Rosé.
PCH. I love PCH. One of my favorite places to drive.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And just down the road.
Yeah, not far at all. So it's made in the Saunier method. So it's going to be fruit forward on the nose. But for this rosé, we do ferment it dry, so there's no residual sugar.
Yeah, and it's not real fruity either.
Okay.
I don't catch a huge amount of fruit.
And part of that is
It's
being
almost-
a rosé of Pinot will be a little bit lighter.
Yeah, it's almost flowery rather than
Yeah.
floral rather than really fruit forward.
Yeah. You got a wine dude is a sommelier as well, apparently. So now we're gonna try a red. So we'll try a red next. So this is another one that we only have on tap. So this is a red blend number 4. So this one is a 50-50 blend of Syrah and Grenache.
Ooh,
This
nice.
is all from the Santinez Valley.
Oh, wow. It's got a cedar smell out of that one.
Yes, definitely. There's definitely some
Wow.
oak on there too. Yeah.
Go good with some ribs.
Oh my God, there's barbecue right there too.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Taps,
Yes.
wines on tap,
Uh-huh.
come and fill this growler,
Yes.
or by the glass.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool.
Well, wine dude, you seem like a fun guy, and you might find this interesting. You might have seen this, the Pali Rita. So this is another one that we only do for a limited time. We did this one for Cinco de Mayo. So So it's a Chardonnay-based margarita. So I saved this one for last because we did use real juice like limes, oranges, so it's gonna have a little bit of sweetness to it.
A Pali Rita. Look at that.
All right, there you are.
Yeah, baby. Does it come with a shot of tequila?
No, sir. Unfortunately, we don't have a hard alcohol license.
I gotta ask.
Just
though.
wine.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Wow, that's good.
I got myself a growler of that as well.
I bet. Oh, you can get it in the growler too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything on tap, you can get in the growler.
Oh, great. So this is a Pali Rita. It's a margarita made with Chardonnay
Instead of tequila. Yeah.
instead of tequila.
Yes.
That's cool with me,
Yeah.
especially if you like wine.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it is only done for Cinco de Mayo.
Correct. So only once a year we do it.
Oh, awesome. Wait a second. I gotta wait till next Cinco de Mayo to come back and get some of this stuff?
Yes, sir. So you're all done. Like a champ. I love it.
Do we get... Okay, here, take it. All right. Okay, Wine Dude here in the Funk Zone with my buddy Adam.
Love it, man.
All right, man. Thanks for your time.
Of course, yeah.
And people, again, remember, come to the Funk Zone because this tasting room and these wines on tap are only here in the Funk Zone at Pali Wine Company.